everyone, it's Mary. I really didn't plan to film a video today, but the lighting was just beautiful and I cannot ignore beautiful lighting because usually in my flat lighting it sucks. So today was the perfect day to film a video, and I felt like I didn't film for a long time, although I posted my November wrap-up I think a week ago or so. It's been a while since I talked to you guys, and I really wanted to share some new books that I got for Christmas. Firstly, I have two books that I bought for myself. So the first one is a book that I had on my TBR or my wishlist for a long time, and I got it for one of my friends as a birthday gift. But you know, as I was ordering it, I was like, well, let's just order 2 copies of the book since I really want to read it as well, because my friend is obsessed with mermaids and I'm just really fascinated by them. I got Mermaids, the Myths, Legends and Lore, and this is by Skye Alexander. And this is a beautiful naked hardcover. I love the color of it, and it's just supposed to be a non-fiction about mermaids and everything about the myths, everything regarding mermaids in history. And I actually know nothing about mermaids apart from, you know, the odd thing here and there or something mentioned in a fairy tale or movies. So I'm really looking forward to get this one, and it has beautiful, like, it's all written in blue, in light blue, kind of greenish blue. It's kind of green more than blue. It also has like illustrations inside. It's just a very, very beautiful book and a beautiful gift as well, I think. Then I got a book that I really didn't get for me. I got it from my mother-in-law, but I left it like under my TV screen, and she walked one day in, this was before Christmas, and she was like, oh, I got that book, I really love it. And so I couldn't really gift it to her because she already owns it, but I thought I'd just keep it for myself. It is non-fiction about nutrition, and it's something that I'm really interested in, but I don't think I've ever read any actually, so I just thought I might as well keep it. And this is by an Italian author, I'm pretty sure, but this book is in Italian. I'm just going to put a picture of the English version here. Okay, no, I just looked, and that's why I should just look up a little bit more before actually filming the videos. But yes, he's not Italian, he is Italian American. So I mean, I kind of got it right, almost. But you know, he is from the US, and the book was originally written in English actually. So the book title is The Longevity Diet. Discover the new science behind stem cell activation and regeneration to slow aging, fight disease and optimize weight. So yes, a pretty interesting book about nutrition. I never read any, so I think I might find it useful. The next book that I got myself is for the January pick of the Read Around the World book club, hosted by Mel over at Mel's Bookland Adventures. And the book that we chose is A Golden Age by Tahmima Anam. And I have this book in Italian, although I'm just going to put a picture of the English version here. And it is a translated book, so I just thought I might as well get it in Italian because I don't read as much Italian as I should be reading, being myself. So the saddest thing happened. My card in the camera was full, so my video got cut like halfway through. But, I don't know, actually my camera just kept recording, and then suddenly it just switched off and it was like memory full, but it didn't record, you know, until that time. So I don't understand why it does that. It does that all the time, even when the battery just runs out. It doesn't just cut it there, it just cut it like way before, and I don't know how to fix this. So yes, I just talked for I think 20 minutes and I had to refilm the whole thing. I'm so sad. But yes, I was talking about a golden age, I think. And I was saying that, yes, being Italian, I just think that since we have great translators, sometimes I love to read translated books in Italian. So that's why I chose it in Italian. Also, it was even cheaper on Amazon. That's always a plus. It is a historical fiction set in Bangladesh / East Pakistan, and it talks about Rihanna that is a widow and has 2 children, and actually talks about times of change, of the revolution that is going on, the war that is going to be part of their lives. It's really an adventure that talks about sacrifice, about love, about heroism, and it's the first book in the trilogy. I don't know if I said that. So yes, really looking forward to get to this one. Then I got a thing that is not a book. It's something that I got for Christmas from my parents, and I'm really happy to have gotten this one finally, and it is a Kindle. So this is a Kindle, of course. I got a cover for it because I thought, I mean, it came without it, and it looks very pretty because it's white and all that jazz, but I think it's just going to be covered in dust, and I really want it to be protected. And this one was pretty cheap on Amazon and actually really looks very pretty. It kind of looks like leather, but I don't think it's leather. But anyway, yes, so I got a Kindle. I never had an e-reader of any sort, so I'm pretty excited to finally, you know, get into the digital world of books. I think that there are so many, you know, free books that you can download, you know, classics and such, and even ebooks that are cheaper than actual like material books. So given the fact that I read a lot and I just, you know, consume a lot of material, I would say that this is pretty handy. I also couldn't read on my phone. I tried, but it's very, very uncomfortable. So really looking forward to using this one. I think it's an amazing gift. The books that I got for Christmas, yes. So the first that I want to mention is actually a box set that my friends got me for my birthday, but it kind of arrived really late, so they got me this for Christmas, and I just thought I would ignore the fact that it was for my birthday and just pop it in my Christmas book haul. So this is the Enchanted Forest Chronicles by Patricia Wrede. I don't really know how to pronounce her last name, but it is a YA book written in the 90s, and it's been a while since I read YA. I think I mentioned before on this channel that I don't really read a lot of YA, and especially contemporary YA. It's something that I'm not really interested in, but it's not a genre that I want to exclude. And also I feel like more familiar with YA books that were written quite a long time ago, just because when I was a young adult, there wasn't really a YA even section like in bookshops and stuff. So I think YA were a little bit different when I was younger, but it might be just my impression, but I am more familiar with this kind of YA books. And I also find myself like very interested in YA fantasy books just because I love fantasy. So these are the stories, actually, the adventures of a princess, or as it says here, the misadventures of a princess who refuses to be proper. And it is composed by 4 books. So we have the first one, which is Dealing with Dragons. This is very shiny. Dealing with Dragons. Searching for Dragons. Calling on Dragons. Finally, Talking to Dragons. This just seems like a lot of fun to read, so I'll let you know what I think of it. Then I have the books that my family got me for Christmas, and I love them. They got me another book by Kazuo Ishiguro, and yes, I love them for that, because as I mentioned before, I really want to check out all of his works, so I put all of them in my wish list. I already got another one for my birthday, which was The Remains of the Day, which, you know, it's pretty high on my one to read list by him. But another one, and I don't think I've heard anyone review it, at least, you know, the people that I follow on BookTube, but it is We Were Orphans. No, When We Were Orphans. And this, again, is a historical fiction set in the 30s, and it talks about a detective that, you know, solves crimes and mysteries, but the only mystery that remains unresolved is the disappearance of his parents, and it really wants to look into it and find out what actually happened. So again, it has all the elements that make a good book for me, apart from the author that I trust. There is a mystery involved, it talks about family, some psychological elements. I just am looking forward to it, and I'm hoping that this will be a good one. And then I have a book that I just recently put in my wish list, mostly because of the cover. I have to say it, mostly because of the cover and the title. And this is The Vet's Daughter by Barbara Comyns. It's actually a modern classic book, and the story, of course, seemed interesting to me enough to pick it up. But the cover is just so beautiful. And me, myself being, you know, a vet's daughter, I just thought it was fitting. And actually, since my mom is a vet, she got this book for me. So I think she might have picked up at least the gist of it, because I'm pretty sure that she knows what that means, and that my sister might have helped out. I never heard anyone talk about it on BookTube again, and I'm really hoping that this one is good, because it's supposed to be very gothic, and I love gothic and mysterious literature, so I just have good vibes about this book. I just think that I'm going to like it. Really hoping that, you know, I did the right thing putting this into my wishlist without knowing a lot about it, and that I'm going to enjoy this book. Then I have a beautiful book that I've heard talked about on BookTube plenty of times this time around, and it is The Bear and the Nightingale by Katherine Arden. And so many people on BookTube seem to really enjoy this book, and I thought this was the perfect time to get this book and to read this book even, because it's very Christmassy, very eerie and magical. And I think it gets its inspiration from Russian folklore, Russian fairy tales. And it talks about an old servant that tells stories to the children of the family that he's in. And, you know, these stories talk about sorcery, about old magic. And young Vasya, she is particularly interested in these stories because she thinks that there is more to these stories, and they have something real about them, because she can actually see spirits that guard her home. So yes, it just seems amazing, and I'm really looking forward to get into this one, especially now that it's winter. It just seems like the perfect cozy read. Also, the cover is beautiful. Every cover that I've seen on BookTube actually is beautiful, even the hardcover edition. This one I really love. The last book that I got, again, I'm very excited to have gotten, because it is Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them by J.K. Rowling, or by Newt Scamander, as the title suggests. And yes, as soon as it came out, I put it in my wish list. I love Harry Potter, as I mentioned previously, and I already own Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. The first, you know, edition that came out, I think alongside the books. I don't remember exactly when. I remember enjoying reading it, but I thought it was nothing too special. That was mainly because of the edition and how, you know, unexciting it was. It was really, you know, a small book with no pictures, and yes, I think that's the main reason why I wasn't, you know, that excited about it. But this one really brings back some excitement, and I think this is how it was supposed to look in the first place. It has, you know, a lot of beautiful illustrations inside, which I think just complete the book and really just make it very special. So I'm very happy to have this one and to dive back into it and revisit it with new eyes, you know, and a new excitement. That was it for this video. I feel like my back aches because I've been sitting here for I think an hour now, but I love you guys, and I hope you spend a wonderful Christmas with your family, your friends, and that you have a wonderful end of the year. And yes, so happy holidays to everybody, and of course let me know if you read any of the books that I mentioned or any opinions that you might have. Just share them with me, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!